charger, basically just a cable point charger. What a mess. And it also defected here. I guess somebody asked me, do I miss anything? I guess it's able to get a charger that's not defected. Some don't work immediately buy it. Some do work, but not as long. So I may just go to the iStore and the so-called iPhone store and go get me a nicer one. So I'm not gonna have to get cut off. So this way when I go to, because I'm going to Mahogany because I want to do some work. I want to go, I got orders that are coming in. I want to write all of them down. I want to separate shipping and the money. I want to just do all the right things. Manasi is so, it's interesting about this whole idea of business. And I'm like, oh, he's not thinking business. He's not thinking, no. He's good with the details. Like, come on. Because we were together last night. So he was like, come on, we're going to go to the, I'm going to go, to the art center. You're coming to the art center with me. I was like, well, Saturday. He's like, but you can get stuff out. I don't know if the post office is open on Saturday. I don't think it is. But he's like, well, you can do something. And it was like, true. So in order to meet your goals, you gotta do the work. There you go. To meet your goals, you gotta do the work. And the work is that. But the work is also sharing, and knowing the work is part of the work is also incorporating others and sharing the load. And he has so much that I don't. He's younger, so I feel like his brain is moving a little faster. Whether it's something on the phone, social media, or the website, whatever, like he can hone in on it quickly. And also, he's about getting out the way. So y'all gonna have some of the best service now because coupled with, especially with the products we're posting. So good morning, my chamber to say in the F1. But to talk about love. We talked a little about business. We'll go there. I'm talking about love. So my man today, we've been engaged. We've been married. I didn't realize it though. Sorry, that's a funny thing part. But my man today had got his ring. And he got his ring, and I got to put his ring on his finger, and we are official. Like we got our ring. So we had a little, which is a little here. We only had a little bit because we both realized we didn't even eat. So love is fun, y'all. I want to see me. Like I want to go down this road. I want to have this journey, and I'm excited. Like I'm saying, husband, I think he even loves that better too. Like it's real, y'all. And I didn't know it, and I didn't know it because I was looking at things from a very cool lens. Very critical. That's that Virgo, right? And that Virgo is there definitely. My sister Janae is right. It's there for a reason, and it helps in other ways. And you know what I'm saying? But I really do think I was saying like my Virgo, my Venus. But I was going back. Somebody had asked me, and I still have to ask my sister about this idea that my sister was saying that. So you know how she says before 40, so I say 39 and below of years age. You most identify with your sun sign. Once you become 40 and above, I can't remember if it's most identified with your moon or your rising. I feel like I want to say rising, but I can't. I'm not really sure. But I could see that, like it's interesting. Like a Leo, right? My trait as a Leo is this very aggressive, very independent, very courageous woman, right? Person, right? And that is all true. But I'm also courageous in humility, courageous in vulnerability. You get what I'm saying? Like, so it's like Africa, and even if just being married, to be honest with y'all, having a relationship with an African man, it makes you realize that those things don't just look one way. Courageous, independent, whatever the first one I said, I can't remember, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I still find that in a sense of being an African wife or African woman, which really has, it has a definite, true definition in some senses, more of a natural definition, but it can be what you need it to be, Now, I like to say, like my husband, he doesn't, he's not one of the people that need me to cook because he wouldn't eat my food if I did. Like he like Ghanaian food with a smile on his face. Like, it's like, it's almost like that's, matter of fact, they say, this is saying that Edwin actually know how to cook for themselves and take care of themselves. But they're actually good at the cooking, like other ethnic people talk about that part. So it's natural for him. His mother told him a long time ago to cook for themselves. So he is the cook and he likes to cook. I saw you actually did the next one. So yeah, so love is beautiful. Love is new. Love is different. Love is unique. Love is but I'm love. So of course it finds you, don't it? All the updates. But what a wonderful feeling to have a man who is wanting to be married and happily married. My husband wanted to be married too. Like, I mean, that's probably not my issue. Mine was other things, and I hope with the knowledge and wisdom that I've gained, that I could be a better wife. And let's just talk about that wife thing too. Actually, I was a good wife. I was a great wife, but I mean, no, I was a good wife on some levels and not on others, I guess, right? So. But I love the wife. I told you that before. Like I go immediately into, I just feel like all of that, which is not that. It's kind of a lot, right? It's like then you can really, people say, fall into your divine and fall into your divine femininity. That's a real falling. It happens to me now. It happens to me with my husband. He was like, "Who is this woman?" I started cleaning the whole house. I was making my own cleaning products. I was baking. Do you remember I was baking? Look, come on, like y'all was there. I mean, I was Susie homemaker all the way. Okay, Shanika homemaker all the way. I was on this. I was having brunches on Sunday. I absolutely loved it. It just naturally, that ring on the finger, I can't explain it. I can't explain it. That ring on the finger. And this, you know what? I realized the other one, he never wore the ring. That's another thing I think that's important. My man wanted to wear the ring. He wanted the ring. He wanted the ring. He knew. Told me, I'm going to get the ring. And I'm going to, there's a ring. Yeah, I'm going to get this ring and I'm going to wear it on my wedding ring. It's the wedding ring. And I was like, go ahead. Go ahead. And so there's another one he's going to get. A gift, actually, we say Buckley, which is our last name. Oh my God, okay, y'all, like what happened from last week to this week? Is the ancestors good? Tomorrow's the last day of the 21-day intensive the ancestors are calling you. And today we were talking about some of the things that we feel like we got out of it, and we're still talking about that. So we take a week off, and January 31st we start again, and that one's called letting go of all your ish. So if you don't feel like this one for you, the ish, and let go of it, and it's for you. That's what we're doing now. We're just getting rid of it all. We're just gonna let it go. We're gonna do it through dance and movement. My computer all fixed. I got programs now in there. It's got space. It hooks up with the Bluetooth. So now I can have my music running through my computer, and I can still do the video, do the class itself on the Zoom on my phone. Oh my gosh. And y'all, we got this. I took a sea salt bath today. Oh, I was grounded, honey. That sea salt is old. We got the Volcanoes sea salt, coconut butter from Ghana. Everything's from Ghana. We just got it. Clay. Just the natural life. The natural life. So follow the natural life. So I'm telling you, we're looking. Once I square away, we square away this apartment over here with this 1 year for the next 1 year. Then we're going to go to each other. We're going to square up apartment for another year over there because we need two spaces. Because the girl's sacred space, the auntie's space, that has to happen. That has to happen. And it's not going to be me running everything. It's not going to be me being right there all the time, but it has to happen. We have to have that. We have to create that. We have to build that. Besides the other things, my man has his Kush clothing. He's a designer as I am, so I want him to have the room and the space to do what he needs to do. And for me, it's both of us. He's going to create more in nature, and I'm going to create more in nature as well. Because that's what Spirit is saying to you. Like, I want to, beauty in general, I want to embody all of it. I want you to look at my skin or my way or whatever I'm selling and say, oh, she don't have to say nothing. She could have just come out, and I know that I want her clay, her sea salt, her cocoa butter, and all the rest of the stuff. So I know living mental, of course, but the delving in that Oshun, I don't, sure I never got a reading of who has my head and not the Ifa belief system, but I know Oshun is around me. And I'm always like this. This is me, normal day. You know what I'm saying? Representing. So I know natural beauty, that's actually medicine. And they know the brother, I interviewed a brother on Afrocentric Home Design, Brother Rashid, or the Silver Man. Did you notice he had the coal in his eyes? On that, but according to the Google and the man, the W man, on Google said it's not tested or approved. It really shouldn't come into the state. We don't think it might have heavy metals. We don't know. So I was like, you know what? But they use it, and they be living to a long age with that stuff. Okay. And remember, it's to protect the eye. So even if you wear Kohl that is approved in the States, which is fine, like I'm wearing a Kohl pencil from the States, from like one of those hippy dippy Californians, I feel like it. Natural makeup, which we love. So but I'm wearing activated charcoal on the eye, and I'm wearing on my lips as well. So I'm definitely here for the beauty that's medicine. It's beauty is medicine. Medicine is beauty. I mean, here beauty is medicine. Medicine is what you go for. Beauty is the byproduct. It's the bonus. It's the cherry on top. But it's the bonus. It's the added extra. It's not. So this can even come from that place that, Queen Afua knew that. Like that's her Sacred Woman. Sacred Woman. That book, Sacred Woman. Like she knew that connection between the beauty and like I told him today. Like he has like the chain, and then he has the ring, right? His phone. I was like, yeah, you're a model, and you don't model because you should model because you're beautiful. And because you're beautiful, you should model for yourself, model for your people, model your stuff, model your people's stuff. That's what you represent. He's like, yeah, Queen, I feel that. Like, I love it. You don't have to model on Babylon System. You model for your stuff. He's going to be his own model. He model his own stuff. I want to model his own stuff, have him and his own stuff. I told him that because he looked good in it. And then he can model the jewelry that his brother sells. He the model. It's the model. He should be I ain't mad at his beauty. I love it. Absolutely. He a model now. He loved it. He got it. He's like, yo, you should be model. But not, we know that we got to stop thinking they're the ones that validate our beauty, our existence. They cannot and they don't. They take it away. They degrade it. They try to change it. When you see a real black man do everything in your mind and power to maintain the realness and the integrity of such. It's very important. Don't feed your man to the Babylon system. Don't feed your sons or daughters to the Babylon system. We can be our own models. We work for ourselves. We do our own thing. Models, so model for your people. You want to see the beauty, that strength? Well, there it is. There it is. So anyway, yeah, so and business is good because I feel like my focus show is coming. Like I feel like my business is about the beauty. Again, it's about the natural resources. Let me tell you the greatest thing. That my niece, I call her my niece, the young lady that came to my house and stayed for a week. I know I said this to you before, but you don't know how this reverberates to my mind and how much I love this. She said, of course, she was talking about, she came to Ghana, she saw the places that I like to go, the neighborhood, the beautiful neighborhood that I live in, like all the little things. And she's like, but of course, she said, you from Brooklyn, and Brooklyn people are always looking for she said, Brooklyn is always looking for the real. And I just feel like that's what I am. Like I'm looking for the real in myself, the real in others, and that's what I feel like for me. Real. This is as real as it gets. It's like a chance that I've gotten to know myself. Y'all, when I first got here, remember I told you I had a fear. Like it was a fear, but it was like I'm telling you, I couldn't even stay a month. I mean, it wasn't. I'll just say it because I'm just acknowledging and humanizing it. So, it was something. But quickly, I took a whole year after that. I was like, oh, I was like, okay, cool, we just be friends. And I was a year to myself. Not only was I celibate, I wasn't even thinking about. I had a warrior in my love corner, according to Feng Shui. That should tell you where I was. I didn't even. People would ask me like, "But girl, tell us about the man. Tell us about the God." I was like, "What man?" Although I'm around him all day. That's how much I was enjoying being with myself. Remember, I was designing. I was doing me. It was like a whirlwind. It was like every one I could get. It was, it was me, and I've never done it on that level. Because even at 2019, after the divorce, that wasn't quite that. That was me hurt, broken. This was not hurt and broken. This was free. And I produced. I mean, we have the records and all that to show it, right? We have the videos to show it, right? And I love that. It was so dope. And I feel like that opened me up to this man. But again, the operative word open because he's younger. So I said no. And then he was like, why? And he was like, stronger than, you're not like that, what you might, people might think. I never saw it either, he said. I don't even believe your age. Not your energy. He said, you give more says than me, like there's nothing. And so there's a lot when he said that. That really made me think that, first of all, this lifestyle that a lot of us have been living, Y'all, it does, I won't even say that it stops the aging process, because the aging process naturally is naturally unnaturally. So remember they say aging process, especially for us as black folks, it's actually premature aging. So I won't even say it stops the aging process. It keeps you at the divine and godly age that you are meant to be as a melanated person. So it's yeah, anyway, it's deep. It's deep to be this. It's deep to have this. It's deep to represent this. And but there's a lot you have to understand about this that you have. It's more powerful. It's more ritualistic. It's so much, and that I feel like is what I get when I come here. That's what I get from this relationship. I'm getting a newness. I'm getting a newness of not just a newness and an oldness at the same time. New in that it's unfamiliar in some ways, but old in that it's not unfamiliar in some ways. You know what I'm saying? Just being back on the continent. And I say back on, although I've never been here before. But now I've almost been here for 2 years. So, I think, it was a question that a sister asked in my group. She always asks the best questions and makes for the best videos. But, like, is there anything that I regret? Great questions. And I want to answer from different perspectives. Is there anything that I regret in my 2 years of being in Ghana? I tried to give her something. I tried so bad. I did. She knew it. She was helping me. She knew the concept of regret. I've not know that concept here. Nobody I'm around has that concept. They don't. If you try to act like you regretful, if you try to make yourself feel bad, they won't let you. Nobody will let you do that. Remember, if you said sorry, then that was enough. And I know people can't even understand on the concept because you think people are fake. No, if you said sorry, that's enough. And you've learned. If you say sorry, then you've learned. So now think about regret. And you can't even get to regret because there's no real sorry, and the sorry is enough. There is no sorry in a sense because there's nothing to be forgiven, but at the same time, it's enough. Just take that in a metaphysically, African metaphysical way, and then you really understand. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Like, so it's this deep thing going on at once, and that's what we are. We're polyrhythmic, we're multidimensional, where everything is what? Everything. So that's what we are. We're everything, and you feel it here. You feel it simultaneously happening. And I know I went out, and I hope I didn't go out like I'm going out like Coltrane. And what I'm spilling now is that spiritual rain. And they say that it was a man that came, but I beg to differ. I think it was a sister. And the homie is her name. All right. You know I bust a rhyme out on us. I've been feeling the energy. The ancestors bringing that. They're bringing the spoken word. And I was talking about this relaxation in marriage. Like, yay, I become a woman right away. Like, okay, you put it on, I put it on. We're working together. I want to build. I want to build. I think the best thing that we did was to separate, because we both needed to understand who we were separating from and who we were as individuals. That's what you want. You want that to come back and be like, okay, ring on you, but not just you, ring on him too. Like, oh, he did all this. I ain't come up with this, and you got to ring your ring. Do you know I wasn't even thinking about it? But he knew what that was. He knew. He was like, I'm putting my ring on. We never had no discussion. There was no argument. I never even thought about it. See, these men know what to do, and you, as a woman, know what to do as well. And then my honesty. It wasn't no sense in holding on to all the old stuff that didn't mean nothing. Half the stuff you think you argue with your man about, you ain't even feeling it. It's not a big deal. There's some stuff that is, but a lot of it is just not. Some things like, there's these things like I'm learning to, like just being a wife from before, but this one I learned more. Like, I can't explain it, but when it comes up, I'll let you know. Like, it's like, no, like, I don't know, like this idea of just being a wife, it's a beautiful thing. You know what? Listen, if you think about it, let's think about it this way. Maybe I could feel the feeling I'm feeling. I could explain. We really are family oriented. We're more communal as a people. We're more communal. Our lives are more together. We more connect with each other. We commune. We have community. We thrive, and we need that. In Africa, there's a lot of that. The reason why you need it, and after a while, you don't just need it, you crave it. Because you outside alone and isolated, it don't have a good feeling like the feeling of when you with your people. Because the isolation brings depression, it brings all type of mental illnesses. It brings a lot of destruction to the body because of the mind. I mean, it's not really good, but it's because it's isolation. So marriage and being a wife and all that, it makes you part of something. So believe it or not, being the wife, sometimes the mother, or part of a family unit where you have a role and it's a respected role, it actually keeps you alive longer. You are part of something. The idea of just being alone, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a beautiful thing, but is it inherently African? I won't even say is it inherently human. As far as human to human, is it inherently? I don't know. I don't know. I think it's okay to have conversations and be real and saying, no, that feeling you feeling that you want to connect to another human being, it's natural and it's normal. I think we've talked ourselves, especially coming from where I used to be, used to live, used to be, used to be, used to live, used to be, used to live. It's a conversation that's hard to have because you think, but it's a conversation that has to be had. You want it, you should have it. You should have it the way you want it. You shouldn't have to, well, I'm going to go over there because they're not doing right over here. Well, I'm going to go on that side because it's not, I'm not saying everybody, but some people do. I'm just trying to feel right now. I'm just trying to be this natural woman in Ghana, West Africa, to a very masculine man. But you know what? He's my Shango, isn't he? Remember the idea of, y'all kept telling me, like, girl, for you, the way you are, you need a very strong man. People told me that all my life, to be honest with you. I wonder why. You need a strong man, He's strong. He's so strong, I become more in my feminine. But I need somebody that strong. I mean, look, he looks strong. He feels strong. He talks strong. If there's not alpha all written all over that, I know how people treat him. Oh yeah, but no surprise there, right? That's the only thing that I need, somebody that's gonna make me be like, respect king, respect. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's fun. At the same time, appreciating we're working together. What miracle happened? What? Ancestors, ancestors, give thanks, ancestors, thank you, ancestors, love you, ancestors, thank you. Like, whoa, what miracle did we all just witness here? What miracle? I'm a different person, and so is he. We're never going back. There's no other thing don't exist, it ain't there, don't feel right. It's a preciousness we almost have. And appreciation, precious, like something you hold that you don't want to, it's going to break if you put it down. That's a different kind of loving now. That's it's appreciation. Let me hold this. Charles are not bad, but that coming together, me looking at myself deeply, and he was doing the same thing. I was changing, wasn't I? I was like, you know what? We not fit now. We're not fitting to lose this for some stuff, some ego-ish. 10 people, 7 thumbs up. Thank you for the love too. For some ego-ish. You're not finna do that. I woke my ass up, didn't I? I got clear. I was like, wait a second. Hold on, wait a second. Wait. I was in my stuff and I couldn't even see. But I'm not blind no more. Take it away. Ancestors, I need you. I need the warrior spirits to come up now because I need the gentle spirits too. And that's what I know it. It's like I even feel like, no, there's a shift, y'all. See, these men here, let me say something about them too. They don't say some shit and not do it. A real man, even in the States, do the same way. If he tell you that's what it is, you saw him do that thing and he got over it, he went into that meditation, and he good. And you know a real man standing there. He ain't going back to no behavior. Whichever him wasn't, he ain't know, I ain't know. But he knew what. It's like I was like, did somebody talk to him and say, this what a woman be needing? This what a woman, maybe she felt, I'm sure. Maybe it was his own daddy, which I think it was. Because that's the only person I know he could probably go to. How cool is that? Like, but that's that community. And that's why you need a good community. You need a community that can see all sides. So that they got to be healthy themselves. But at least they're married for 35 years. That's a good start, right? So you got to have that as somebody he respects. You know, I learned this, like, I can't just choose. Let's say somebody say, oh, I want you and Manasi to go to this on Saturday night. I can't say yes. I say, let me ask Manasi, or let me check with Manasi, and I come Manasi, how you feel? He might say, we'll see. We'll see is for real. We will see. They believe, don't say we're going to do something before it actually happens. See, I wouldn't have known that. It's a cultural thing. It's not him saying, I'm running the show, we'll see. You understand? It's we don't know. Like I told you, he don't say, I see you when I get there. He says, I see you if I get there. So just think about all the layers, but it's all human, it's all correct. You will not smite thee. You would not say you're going to be somewhere. Only God knows. I may do mine, if God permits. So it's this all of this beautiful stuff. But you don't know that, you fighting with your man. Because you coming from a Eurocentric point of view and have a relationship from that same aspect. You be like, oh, he mad and I'm mad and that makes sense. So having that, allowing him to be like, yeah, we going or we not, it's not a big deal to me. I just want to be my man. Like, I just want to kick with my man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I don't really need, we going. It's fun, so I know we're going to have fun. I know we're going to have a good time. Usually if I suggest anything and he want to go because he's never did it before, he likes it, so he easy going. But I always, if somebody is inviting both of us, I always say, let me check with him. Let me see. Sometimes I have to read him too. Some things that I could tell he want to do, some things he don't. Like the other day, we were just going to get the food so he can make the food. Now, man, I clean my house. Now he making some food for me that lasts me for a few days. So I was like, hey, maybe, while we getting the food, it was directly I said, hey, maybe we'll do some pito, right? That's what I'm saying to him, right? But we already in the other direction. He already tired, I could tell. And he gonna cook, and this meal takes a bit. It takes a lot of love he put in it, so it takes a little time. Honey, I wasn't stupid. I ain't care about no damn pizza that bad. I looked at him and be like, but you know what? We could also just go home, baby. And if I remember correctly, there's a Guinness stout in the refrigerator. I make my own party. And he gave me that look like he do this thing like, that's like, you get it. And it was so, like, it's like when you get older, maybe younger too, I was just younger, like, you ain't really mad at nothing. That's your man, that's his woman. Y'all know that y'all got your skills, you got your talents. You're both free to use it. At the same time, yes, there is some, as he asked me to marry him, he did the traditional bowing on both knees, not one, both. They African, and asked me. And as he gave me the ring to put on him, and I bowed. I bowed, a good bow to the king as well. And because he's my king. We agreed that he's my king. So it was a very, this is what I feel like this is about for me. There's a balance here. And it's not in that Eurocentric sense. It's not two equal parts as weighing the same or whatever. No, it's a balance in however it flows with any given day. And it's just a beautiful balance. So it's I know what my man like, and I'll learn more what he does or doesn't. But he knows what I like. Do you get this give and take? This stuff like, y'all, you know it, you dream about it, you don't even know if you can do it, and in your old state you can't. In your old state is ego, in your old state is stuff that's not real, because when you get rid of all that, then you see what's real. You be like, oh wow, and what's real is you. Like I said, this harmattan, which allows, it's like I said, very windy, very breezy time. But at the same time, they got these beautiful flowers. It's like a jasmine here. Maybe, I don't know if it actually is a jasmine. Maybe I got to see. And so because of the air blowing so much, it's so much, in the taxis you're driving, so much jasmine. It's just like miles of jasmine smell. Can you imagine? So I'm definitely in like the flower goddess energy of this time as well. I'm alive and happy, and so is he. I got a new man, y'all, and I'm a new woman. And we'll see where that goes. So that's why, though, with sacred unions, right, all of them, you really have to nurture them, you have to love them, but you also have to respect them. And you have to respect the people that's in them. Because we want to see it, right? We want to show it. We want to be ourselves. We want to be happy. But we want to be respectful of myself. Look, I'm not bringing him to my culture. He knows enough about our culture, and it's not none of the good stuff. I'm coming to his culture, which is my culture. That's what we say when we keep saying, I'm coming back, I'm going home, I'm African. Well, then let's be cultural. It's our original culture. It's not you trading. I thought it was, but you're not. You're becoming that which you truly are already, which you've always been, how you've come in. You'll see it. And you'll know it, and they know it too. And you know what Spirit told me too? Spirit told me this today. No, listen, y'all. We bringing the culture back. We help them too. So we're turning it around. He told me something today that I absolutely love. He said, Because every single time, y'all, it's gonna be funny. What's funny to me? Like, why when we get in a taxi? I don't care what the taxi driver was playing on the radio, the song. When we get in a taxi, they always find the reggae. Like they always find, and they find that good deep reggae, that roots and culture, right? So today when we were going to, we were leaving to go to come here, and I said, hey babe, what do you think about the fact that they always play reggae no matter what they're playing when we get in the car? I said, you think it's just a vibe? They can feel a vibe? He said, yeah, I do. I think it's a vibe. They feel the vibe. He said, another thing, like young boys, or he said young boys or young guys, they don't really dress like the way I be dressed in, with the African clothes or the dashikis or the batakalis or any of that. He said, oh, even him with some checkered like pants and a nice shirt, like just a grown man, like grown and sexy, He got his chain on, he got his shades on, he got that leather hat. Like that's like they trying to just like, like unfortunately, the stuff that we don't want to see with the saggy pants. That's what they promote. That's his age group, in a sense, would still be trying to promote that. And he says, so that's what it is too. And I love that. I thought to myself, now, but he says, but I love it. And I said, yeah, so you saying, oh, they don't represent the culture. They're not representing the culture like you. And he loved that term, like he's representing the culture. But he said it to me, but look who's bringing the culture back to them. Through me, he loves wearing the kente. He said he feel like that's the way he's supposed to be. That's what they should be representing their stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like the medicine that I'm giving, or it's being given through me and being given through us as diasporans back to our people, because we're one people. So how beautiful, y'all, is to see that, like, oh my God, this woman she's influencing, she's bringing out, building, if you will, some people don't like the word build on another level, but I'm gonna say it in this context. I'm building a king, but I'm not really building it, it's already there. I'm just reminding him of it. He's a king. He's a king. And so that closer, he loves it. He loves it. He's coming out. He's always been different, but you never really had nobody in his life to say, yo, man, that's the way to go. Always wanted to carry locks. Rasta always in his heart. Just the creative didn't know that he could do this and actually sell it. He sells it here. People look for Manasi for his tie-dye. I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm bringing y'all the best. Look for him for their tie-dye. Like, yeah, like he sees it. He told me, he said it to you on what was this channel? It was my private class. I let him go to my private class, and he said, yeah, like the wealth factor, and that you don't have to go abroad to do it. He said, I could see it. So all that stuff that I was saying, but now I don't even have to say it, and I don't even have to say anything. I just have to be that gentle, loving force, that wisdom, that knowledge, that understanding, and that warm force. And I said wisdom, not to understanding, because those are the things that he really loves. Those are the things that peace and that calmness and that positivity. That's who we all really are. We all are way more better than we are not better. You know what I'm saying? Or not good. And the drums say yes. The drums say yes. So, yeah. I'm happy, y'all. I'm happy. Next, more to come, and where we go from there. So I thought we got to have a honeymoon. So we went on a honeymoon. We're just saying it because we know that borders are closed, and I know there's some mandatory stuff and all that stuff, but when there's a will, there's a way. And we wanted to go to Jamaica. And I know we had our sister Queen, if you on, she said that she had a space in Jamaica. And we want to go to Jamaica for our honeymoon. We do. Whenever. It could be a month from now, 2 months from now, 4 months from now. Like, we're not saying, we just feel like that's where our energy is going to be, just for the honeymoon, like to go to Jamaica. And really, we want to kind of get with the Rastafari and that liberty, and we want to get it from the root and the original, and just hear the stories and know the thing. And I've never been there, he's never been there, and spiritually it's calling us. I think it's going to be a spiritual home for us. And definitely Trinidad. If I could do both, I would do both at the same time, me and him. Because that's my spiritual home. I already know that. So, but I really, Jamaica's like both of us, we're feeling it deeply. So, but anyway, we got a lot to do. So just thank you. So life, love, and business. Business is, like I said, I'm getting clear about it. I know I'm supposed to sell all the beauty stuff. I know you see, I got the Airway Kente. Now, let me tell you. Yesterday, I got my Kente wrap like Mama do. but I ain't been able to do it since. So I said, you know what? It looked even beautiful in my own style, but kente. It's still kente, and it's the LA kente, and it's a gift. And I need more kente of my own. I got this and the two outfits I made, but I need lots of kente head wraps. So when I go back, I'm gonna get me some. Yeah, so let's see. Thank you for staying on. I know it's a connection. Thank you, man. Yeah. Yes. So I'm like, okay, it's back. Thank you. Hey, congratulations. Thank you, Metro. You're welcome, Metro. Thank you. Naturally, always there for me. She day for me. Tony Johnson says, and for us. Great day. Says, oh, I'm so happy for you. Hugs, press. Thank you. The next one, the day intense is letting go of all your ish. Begins January 31st, $67 available for purchase. AfroCentricHomeDesign.com. Sign up and learn how to break free. Thank you, Queen. Uh, sugar. Love you. Hey, Goddess, you look so beautiful. Thank you. You doing the damn thing, Black Love. Yes, thank you. Hey, Tom, again for the love. Thank you for the love. What part of Jamaica? I don't know. I don't know the part because I got to get with the sister, so I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure. I would love to. When I find out, though, I'll definitely let you know. I'm not even sure. It's a good question. I don't know. I've never been in Jamaica. Like, oh my God, I've never been because I wasn't. It didn't. I thought it didn't call me, but Rasta had called me. I'll tell you many years ago. But it's time now. It's time now, and he's feeling that too. So, but I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Thank you, Powerful Black Love. Thank you. We gonna do it, y'all. We gonna do it. I think like he's learning a lot. Like yeah. We are spirits, y'all, and spirits come to you, and you come to them. How am I learning so much from this man, who some would say is so much younger, or is younger? I won't say so much, but is younger. But of course, he's human, and he has an experience, and it's something that it's just a pride too. I was thinking about. Let me just go where I was going. You know what's so beautiful about it for me, y'all? The best part is the deep spirituality that they have as every people, and that he is the one that's keeping it. Because it's true, men in their 30s don't often, even in their 30s, even in their 20s especially, even in lower, but even in their 30s, I'm gonna go from there down. And sometimes they still consider themselves young, or they've come to a cross, or they've lost the culture, so they don't even go back to the villages. But every time his mother calls, he goes. If he has the money, he's going. He still pours a libation. So he, even for his group, and even for a lot of just even older, than even in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, still they lost that connection. Some people were born in our crowd, so they don't really know. So to meet somebody that knows and is knowing that he's the keeper in the sense of the history, especially the family history, how important is that? Like I said, the second ring that he's about to get, I said, oh yeah, you can put your name on it. He said, what about the last name? So it represents the name of us together. So the family name is everything. Better than even more important than that first name is that last name. That's what connects me that's what connects me to him, but also him to his kin, and his kin then back to me. So it's just that's spiritual to me. And I don't think I've ever allowed myself to truly have it. I did it. The old man, believe it or not, I had it. All my men were spiritual, but some were different. But they were all spiritual. I don't attract men that. Although, no, yes, I did. What was that? I was married to that man. I think that's why I will say it was good because he was a good human being. That's why. I'm going to say with my ex, I feel like it was just showing me that I was so far away from what spirit wanted for me. Because that was not in the relationship, and when it didn't come in the relationship on his side, the spiritual part. And I just feel like maybe, I know that you don't have that guidance. To me, I'm learning by 54, I feel it. You need that spiritual guidance, and you need that spiritual sustenance, and you need that spiritual roots. Whatever way you do it, you still need it. That's the African, and that's us being African. You have to have spirituality. You have to have God, and God is the divine Most High. Whatever you call it, Rastafari, whatever you call it, you gotta have that in there. And if you don't have that, there's nothing else to go to. That means if you two humans fail, and most likely you will, there's nothing else to go to. That's dangerous. It ain't we alone. It ain't we alone. So that's dangerous, right? And I really get that. I get that in ways that I don't think I've realized till now. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. And yeah, y'all, let me see who is there. So thank you. Yes. Okay. Yes. I'll find out for sure and let you know. Cause y'all gonna be there, be like, we stepping off, and that'll be my maybe first time on a plane. So I'm very excited for him. Very excited for him. So yes, he will be modeling. He will be modeling his own stuff. Okay, for his own self. He will be modeling the stuff of his people for his own self. Okay, because he's a king, y'all. We got to keep the king kinglies now. We got to. I ain't in his life for nothing. I'm not trying to be his mama. I'm trying to be a person that looks at him and want the best for him. We got to want that for our husbands, y'all, too. The way we want the best for our sons, we should be looking at our husbands the same way. And I know some people are blasphemous, but why? The same way and be like, I want the best for him. I want the greatest for him. I want him to, listen, he a black man, he's strong. We going to make sure he thought that way, too. We're not gonna be perpetrators of his demise, going to them for validation. He don't need that validation. He got ours. If he need any, he got his. He know who he is. So we're still with our men. We're still raising kings. We're still, okay, you could say pulling kings out. We're seeing the king in them. We're still bringing forth the king. Like, stop thinking this European stuff lie. You are the mother too. I know you're getting mad at me when I say it, because you're not understanding on the level that I'm telling you. But what's wrong with that? The way you love on your child and the way that child then loves on you, it's not like a love of a son to his mother. Everybody knows that. But that man is just that son too. Just like you are his daughter, that's your daddy too. When you want him to take charge, that's you being your daughter, the daughter self and he the daddy self. But you his mama too. And I say that in the best way. What would you want for your son? What would you pray? What would you agonize if he didn't get? That's what you want with your husband too. You want the best. You don't want nobody to exploit them. You want the best. You want them to choose what they want, but you want the best for them, just like your children. It's the same thing. Because if that's a different way, because then we won't be able to say things to our husband that we would not say to our child. If we treat him differently, then we're going to be foul mouth possibly. We're going to be rude. No, we love him. We want the best for him. So lift him up in words. Lift him up in prayer. Lift the relationship up in words and prayers. Lift it. Keep it there. I learned that. I was married, so I know. And it wouldn't work. And I know that was missing. If that was not missing, I feel like you got a chance. You put the divine in the middle, divine in the beginning, divine in the end, divine throughout, whatever the divine. I don't have, you know me, I'm Rasta, so I don't have no problem with the rest of it. And you can do anything. You can do anything. And a man got to know what he got, but a woman got to know what she got too. It ain't enough for one of them to know. The other one don't feel it, it's going to be some problems. You got to know what you got too. I got to know, he got to know what he got. Okay, we know this. Okay, we know this. But you got to know what you got. Because then that's how you're walking together. You're not walking apart. You're not walking alone. What's that? It can't be about you. You're married. You're in a relationship. You want a relationship. It can't be about you, just you. It's about y'all. And you know what? I like y'all. I love y'all. I'm all about y'all. Y'all is the turn on, all turn on. Me, that's cute. I know me. I like me, but I need a y'all. I learned that in Africa. But I learned it in North Carolina when I had the extreme, like, it was just like a loneliness, and I felt like this was it. It just really felt like it. And I thought, I think I'm going to stop saying I'm alone. And that's when I changed. So I was like, I think I'm going to stop saying I don't want that. That's not my reality. I really want to be in a community. Look at me. Look what I got. I really want to be married again. I love marriage. I recognize that because once I got divorced in 7, I was like, oh, wait, I like marriage. Wait, I liked it. I loved it, actually. So you're going to get what you want, what you really, really want. So tell the universe what you want, what you really, really want, not what you don't want. Don't fake. We're not going to fake no more. We in love, we in love. We want love, we want love. We want companionship. We want a brother, we want a brother. Let's just say it so we can go and get it. And stop believing we can't have it, okay? All right, ladies. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much. Go to the website, the beautiful clay, the salt, Volta Region salt. We got it in. And all the beautiful stuff. And buy something for my man, my husband, because this stuff is beautiful, it's loved. He's very stickler about getting things on time, like I told you. The packaging is going to be neat. He really brings that class. He's naturally really classy. You know, he don't know. He got a very classy, classic way. That's just his natural way. He's a very old, y'all. He's a very old man. And so he be acting like it too. And I'm all good with it. I'm all good. So Know when it comes when you ask for it. Love you, ladies. Check out everything. Come into the new intensive. Letting go of all your ish. All links will be in the description box. And I'll see you in the next one.